think I love you more than the Japanese love tentacle porn, and we should dance, 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 dance to these stereotypes. Let's come together and live in this world like a unibrow on an Indian girl, and we should dance, 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 dance to these stereotypes. Hey Millie, I'm really sorry that today's video is audio only and photos and everything because my camera died and I didn't have replacement batteries and I couldn't charge it on my computer because it doesn't work like that, I guess, with my camera. And I couldn't use my cell phone to record, and it would have just been bad like that anyway. So just audio only for today, and hopefully by the next time I have to make a video I'll have batteries and I can record. Okay, so number one is annoying people. I guess about the same thing you said, really, because I can kind of relate with the friend that talks too much, because I have a friend like that, and long story short, she talks too much. She'll stop me in the hallway in between classes and almost make me late because she wants to talk about something only she cares about. And then, when we did literature circles a few weeks ago, she was the real life and story connector, and she would, every time she would have to, connect the part we read in our book to something from a story that she read or to her own life, she always connected to something from her life that was the exact same thing almost every single time. And it kind of got annoying, and, even when we told her, she just freaked out and got all mad. But, yeah, so she's kind of annoying, but I love her to death because she's a great person, and I like her a lot, but she just talks too much and is really annoying. And on another note about annoying people is people that think they're all that and a bag of chips. I'm not talking about, people who, really are kind of cool. I'm talking, and they know it, but there are people that are, no one really likes them, or people do like them sort of, but then they stop liking them because they think they're so amazing, and they go off and are all dumb about stuff, and, just are like, yeah, I'm so cool, I can do this and this and this, and no one will care because I'm awesome. And then, people who are kind of outcasts, but they want to be so cool so badly that they, convince themselves that they are when no one really likes them, and they just think that they're really awesome. I go to school with this one girl who, no one likes, which I kind of feel bad for her, but no one really likes her at all. And, I don't know what she goes through at home, so I don't want to be quick to judge her or anything, but she's just one of those people that she's kind of an outcast, but, she acts like she's so cool, but she's kind of not, and I kind of feel bad for her. But I don't know what she's gone through or not, and I don't know, anything really about her. So I don't want to judge her or anything because I'm not that kind of person. Anyway, moving on. Okay, so number two, haters. I kind of sound like a hater for hating haters, but I don't like haters because I don't like when people decide that, it's weird for, I guess weird for them, when people are unique and are being themselves, and then they'll, hate on them and, make them feel bad about themselves, and I kind of think that's really annoying, and it bugs me a lot. So, if anyone's watching this other than you, don't let people get you down. Oh, and this is also directed to you. Don't let people get you down because people suck. 3. Homophobes. Okay, so, blah blah blah, I don't think it's right for people to, no matter what their beliefs are, to say that something homosexuality is wrong, because it's not. At least, well, that's what I think. I know that's what a lot of people think. But, same blah 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 about, it's not right for someone to say that, something like that's not right. But, I kind of have a little bit of a rant on that. On the day of silence the other day, my friend, she's my friend, but, not, one of my close friends, but, she's still my friend. We were standing in the lunch line talking, but, I wasn't talking. I had, a notepad and, a pen so I could, write what I was saying and stuff when we were talking about, and then, I guess one of my other friends, they brought up gay rights and everything, because it was a day of silence. And so what happened was, it ended up with this girl that was all like, well, I don't support gay rights, and I'm like, what? I wrote on my thing, my writing thing, was like, what? And then she was like, oh, I just don't support gay rights. And I was like, well, why not? And then, she was just like, because I am a Christian. And that kind of set me off a lot, because up until I was 11 years old, I was Christian, and because that's kind of just how I was raised, and I had never really studied other religions, so I didn't know anything about other religions. And I mean, I don't want to judge Christian people or anything, but I honestly think it's a little bit of a load of bullcrap. But so she, goes and is like, well, I'm a Christian, so I don't support gay rights because I'm Christian. And I'm like, come on, man, what? And I mean, up until I was 11, I was Christian. I was all for gay rights. I mean, I realized my bisexuality when I was 9 years old. So, it's like, come on, man. You can support gay rights and also be a Christian. And I don't know if maybe she just is one of those really Christian people, or if she just thinks that it's required as a Christian that she has to not support. But, I mean, either way, that just really set me off. Because, you can support and still be Christian. According to, like, Christianity and everything, God's supposed to love all of his children. And, why would he make someone like that if he wasn't going to love them and send them to hell? It's just irking, if that's even a word. Yeah, that's a word, but, I don't know if I used it right. Anyway, moving on again. Number 4, I would have to say hoes and really hoary people. I mean, it's just kind of the same old blah that you hear around and stuff. It's like, why would you put your body out there, things like that. It's kind of weird. Well, it's not weird, it's just kind of gross, because it's like you don't just do things like that. I'm sorry if I sound like an idiot right now, but I just think, you should, I mean, I'm not saying, save yourself till marriage or anything, but, it's like, come on, don't be a slut. Sorry about my stutter. Yeah, I've got this friend, I've been trying to help her for a long time, but she's, she used to be really innocent, but as soon as she, learned everything, well, not, everything, but, as soon as, she was taught more in depth about sex and stuff and, more things, she's putting herself out there. And I mean, she's 13, same as I, but she's not a virgin anymore. And, I don't want to, be a bad person and leak all her secrets or anything, but, no names are up, so, yeah, she's kind of a hoe. But, she's doing a little better now. I mean, I'm trying to help her out and everything, so I'm her own personal rehab, basically. But, I'm trying to help her out. She's doing a little bit better. I mean, she's still got a boyfriend, but I don't think, because, I mean, it's not the same guy that she, lost it to or anything, because that guy was, a total douche knocker. But, I guess she's in a better relationship, and she's, doing pretty well, I guess, for the most part. I haven't talked to her in about a week, but, I think she's doing alright from what I know. So, yeah, I don't like when people are, putting themselves out there, because, either they're desperate or, or they just think, yeah, it's so cool to do that, because it's not. So, yeah, moving on again. Number 5. It was really hard to pick a number 5, but I think number 5 for me would be non-creative things. Anything that just doesn't involve creativity. I mean, any kind of writing for me really is creative, unless it's a factual report type thing for a class. It's ugh, no more of this. But, I like to do creative stuff. That's why I sing, and that's why I'm into theater and everything. So, I mean, creative equals happy Cade. But, I just don't like when things are just not creative at all. When people are boring, and when things are boring, and when everything's boring, it's not fun, because, you gotta live life to the fullest. You gotta live like there's no tomorrow. So you gotta be creative and fun all the time. Well, I mean, not all the time, but, I mean, there's gotta be serious times, but, for the most part, you gotta be fun, and not, be a freaking boring ass. So, yeah, be fun. Live life to the fullest, all that good crap. So, I guess that's really it. I mean, there are other things I can say, because there were a ton of things that bug me, and it was really hard to pick a top 5, but yeah. So, those are the things that piss me off the most. Okay, and now I've got a question for you. Okay, so if you could just hang out or have a meal with someone, living or dead, who would it be? And you could have a top 5 or a top 10 or just like a top 1, 2, or 3 if you would really like. Just don't go past 10 because that would be a long video. And, explain why. And, yeah. So do that. And then, if you want, I can do a video like that after you. So, yeah. Bye.